Hello and welcome to the Voice of TOD. I'm Tom, and we're back in Divinity Original Sin. Not played this for a week. I still don't know what the controls are. I don't know what the story is. We're just in this weird... let's tighten them up a little bit. We're in this weird, like, temple thing in the middle of space and time. I don't think we're meant to know what's going on at this point. We are only level 2. Look at all this weirdness. So, we're just going to carry on with our little adventure. See how much I can get lost in, if I can learn anything about what we're doing, where we're supposed to go. All these weird hand portals are. Who knows? So, let's just carry on. Actually, yeah. Does the map give us anything? No, it doesn't. I guess we go forward. And probably to our death. What's the red thing? Oh, okay. Okay, but as always, if there's any problems, any sound issues or anything, just let me know. If I'm too loud, let me know. So who is this guy with the floating rock penis thing? Oh, there's loads of... This is like the gateway to all of space and time, isn't it? There's so many portals. Is this like a time and galaxy spanning game then? Who are you? The Weaver of Time. It's quite a title. And here's our goblin friend.
He, milady, the Weaver of Time, Mother of History, Author of all that has ever been.
Indeed, Sir Imp. As surely as you are he who chronicles all that I weave.
That's Trainer. That's Sam Trainer from Mass Effect 3. We will be getting back to Mass Effect very soon, don't worry.
Astounding! Unbelievable! I have so many questions for you, so much to ask, so much to say.
You have brought guests, I see. Strange. Very strange guests.
Yes, we are.
My reaction exactly, milady. It was their arrival here at the end of time that instigated my finding you. But why? Surely you must know.
This is a question better put to our guests themselves. Tell us, how did you arrive upon this plane?
If you truly were the Weaver of Time, I imagine you already know the answer. That's kind of the thing that I would say. It was a stone, a strange stone, that zapped us from where we stood in Rivalon. So Rivalon is where we're from. To this plane among the stars. That's quite a smart answer.
If any other being in Rivalon asked me about the details of their comings and goings, I could describe them down to the minutest of details. But you are different. Of you I see nothing. I know nothing.
Are we adventurers out of time? There's something special about us.
So please, do tell me, how did you arrive here?
We stood on a stone.
A stone? So, it was a stone that caused the great shock of energy that brought you here, and it infused you with new life as well. Is that so?
Wait, what? With new life? We were already alive. Yes, that's just what happened. We've seen it
Not
before.
like this, no. What happened to you is unique in all my work. Never had I experienced something so contrary to my nature. To weave something I had not seen, had not expected. Life does not simply spring into existence, you see. But yours has. You appeared before me from the moment you came into contact with that stone. Starstone. I now know it to be called.
You just made that up, didn't you?
But, Madam Weaver, how is it possible? Do you not see all? Have you not woven all that is and could ever be into your tapestry?
Like the stones, your guests are a mystery to me. I see them before me in this world, but their likenesses appeared not upon my tapestry until they revived the stone.
There's something bigger than just Councillor Jake's murder. Everyone knows Councillor Jake. Something about his murder, isn't there?
Source Hunters. It would seem that yourselves and Starstone are inextricably linked. Why and how, I cannot say. But I do believe that finding more stones will reveal to me who you yourselves truly are.
I mean, how do we know we can trust her? Would be my first question. What is this Starstone? Exactly. Where does it come from? She doesn't know those answers.
Starstone is not what it seems, Source Hunter. Its true nature must be part of a greater secret. A secret lost, even to me. Do you see what violence my work has suffered? What wounds lay upon the tapestry of time?
Because of this one stone.
Mysteries of all time, gaps in history. Oh, how they've tormented me for eons.
It would appear that Starstone transforms at your touch, granting me new thread by which to mend the tapestry. Thus, it restores time itself.
So you're telling me that there's chunks of time that's missing that are trapped in these stones that only we can access, or that only we can give you access to? Am I following along?
I see. What the void would shrink, Starstone restores.
Yes, though I cannot explain why this Starstone is the antidote to the void's ravishment of our realm. If we do not restore time, if we do not discover the true nature of these stones, the void will consume us all.
We are Source Hunters of Rivalon. We have a mission that doesn't include chasing down magical stones. If these stones can heal history, we must seek them out. Is it history or is it the future that we're trying to heal? I mean, we have orders, but...
Indeed you must. Though I may not yet understand why. It seems that you and you alone can unlock the powers within Starstone. Yet we are not the only entities who know these stones to be so much more than pretty gems.
Do I have some of these in my backpack?
Why, of course, that's what they were doing. I have recorded their doings, you see. Collectors of Starstone, more and more by the day. Now I understand. They'd keep the stones from our reach. They'd prevent the mending of time.
And Councillor Jake had one of these on him?
Without these stones, Hunter, there will be no Rivalon. The entire tapestry will crumble. Even this plane will fall victim to the void's insatiable hunger.
That shall never be, milady. As sure as Zix comes before Zax, we will put a stop to it. First we mend the tapestry, then we stop the void.
Now hold on a minute. Don't sign me up for something that I'm not entirely sure on how I'm going to deliver with.
Please, our most mysterious guest, are you ready? Are you willing? Will you hunt out the stones? Will you help us restore what has been lost?
What's in it for me? I guess we have no choice.
Not but a moment ago we were hunting Source in Rivalon, and now we're being told that we alone can prevent the end of time by way of some magical stones. What do you make of it?
To the challenge.
We can't deny our reaction to Starstone. There must be something to all of this, mad as it may seem.
Will it be, Source Hunter? Do tell!
Shut up, Zyzax.
What'll it be, Source Hunter? Do tell!
Still, it's quite a leap from finding a strange stone to placing the world's salvation on our shoulders.
So,
Romantic
what do
and
you think, Source
pragmatic.
Hunter?
I think the last chest. How do I open the last chest?
What'll it be, Source Hunter?
Wooden
Do
stake.
tell.
Does it do extra damage against vampires? No.
The
Fine, do
glint in
it.
your gaze and the set of your brow suggest to me that you've not given up on our dear old Rivellon. Not just yet.
I don't think the game's going to give me much of a choice.
No, with you searching out Starstone, I believe we'll
That's
mend the tapestry in no time. We'll find out just who you are and how exactly to send the void back to wherever it came from. But you'll need a way to travel between Rivellon and this homestead, won't you? Who wouldn't want to see what fantastic changes your search will yield? And who knows what the Weaver might discover about you?
You talk a lot, Zyzax.
Luckily, the power of portals is known to you, so I'll let you in on the little secret of how to transport back and forth from the end of time.
That's pretty
Just,
cool.
you know, don't go sharing it around. Never know who we can trust these days. Off you go then. You've Starstone to find, and I've a tapestry to examine. Surely there must be some clue here as to how on earth you're related to the end of time.
The Weaver of Time said our finding Starstone. So finding Starstone helps her weave the tapestry once more. How is it
Cross
possible?
my heart, hope to fade in the void, I honestly don't know. But ask her. If she claims it is so, perhaps she knows why.
Why are there empty seats? Are there other people we're going to find as we do this?
Like the imp said to the ballista operator, shoot!
I still don't understand how the Starstone and the Void Dragon are
Neither do
related.
I, but the mere fact that activated Starstone has set the Weaver of Time weaving again more than implies that it and the Void Dragon are natural enemies.
So we're going to have to kill a Void Dragon.
This in turn more than implies that you are the Void's natural enemy, for it is you who is setting new events in motion. You who is handing the Weaver new threads. And that which she is weaving is more than an ornament to decorate the shelter plane. It is both history and future history. It is all of time. We may not understand the how yet, but our aim is clear. We shall save creation from the grip of the void. Now, isn't that a lovely mission?
You say you're the imp historian, but you seem more than a mere imp and more than a mere historian.
Oh, I don't know if I'm more than those things per se, but having been given a divine mission does have its perks. Old
Sure it
age
does.
can't touch me, that's one. Immortality is mine as long as no one skewers me with a sword, and even then I'll be back in a jiffy.
So you're immortal as well.
But of course I have a price to pay for something that is priceless. It is my duty to record all of history, and an arduous task that is. Not to mention how much stress that void out there is causing me. The end of time. I'll be out of a job.
You'll be dead.
So, gather those starstones so that we may know the history that was lost. Know so that we must not repeat what leads us to this dangerous precipice, but do better and close the dark eye of the void forever.
If I'm supposed to search for Starstone, it would be handy to know where to start looking.
Wouldn't it just? Would that I had a Starstone sightseeing guide, but
Well, that'd be good,
alas,
yeah.
such a booklet does not exist. Just like yourselves, starstones are curiously absent from history, both in my writings and on the tapestry of time. From what I can gather, though, they were once cherished by devious sorcerers whose reign ended long ago. The stones are therefore most likely to be found in the ancient places of this world.
So where are they?
Ruins, caves, the lairs of long-forgotten evils. Those are the dens you should frequent.
Sounds
Two
fun.
more pieces of advice. Don't go unarmed, and consult with my agent.
Who's your agent? Let's go.
Before you go, Source Hunter, a final word. Once you return to Rivellon, there will be someone waiting for you. My agent, my eyes and ears upon your world.
How many more worlds are there?
I hope he'll be able to help you as much as he can. Time, I need hardly remind you, is of the essence.
Let's talk to the Weaver. So Isaac's told you the secret of waypoint travel. Use the rift travel button. Oh, he's just sat down. Can I sit there?
Two beings that record
Hey,
all
cool.
history.
How welcome you are upon this realm, our most honored guest. I hope you begin to find this place more familiar than it may yet seem.
Please tell me about yourself, madam.
In the ethereal threads of eternity, do I record the deeds of gods and men, of beasts and spectral apparitions.
So gods, men, beasts, and spectral apparitions. And she has no record of us, so we're not any of those things.
The drift of continents through changing seas, the rise and fall of empires, the shift of every grain of sand on every beach, the fall of every raindrop on every world, the all but imperceptible touch of lovers' hands. This and all I chronicle without fault.
Sounds like a big job.
Except, it seems, you
More questions.
ask and I shall answer. If
Who are you
I
really?
am the weaver of time, as I have told you. Though my existence is one that falls behind and yet far exceeds the verb to be. I am but what I am, and that is task. It is the same for the historian. Chroniclers both are we of the epics of eternity. Perhaps we are one and the same. Task multiplied by 2. Who has made us? I do not know. Why have they done so? I do not know. Am I the beginning? And am I to be the end? Who shall say? Perhaps I am the first thing in creation. Perhaps I am creation. Perhaps I am the creator. Or maybe it is you. You who makes dying stars rekindle. Time alone will tell.
Why is Starstone so important, and why does it react to me and my colleague alone?
Alas, the answers to those questions still elude me. You and Starstone remain the imperfections upon the tapestry. As yet. A hidden answer lies behind this veil of inscrutability, though. For the link between you and the stones reveals that your destinies are intertwined.
Cool.
I believe that starstones will not lead you to new places of wonder only. No. They will also lead to new knowledge through the restoration of the threads of old.
Can you tell me where a really cool sword is? If I understand correctly, I am not at all featured on the canvas of time.
Quite so. Your absence. It should be an impossibility, but no matter where I look, you cannot be found. I do not know you, which makes you my one perennial imperfection, a blind spot in the eye of time.
We don't know her either.
But perchance I may be cured of this blindness. Perchance the blemish may be undone, and time can be redeemed.
I've heard this place is called the End of Time. Is that what it is? No more, no less?
What it is but a seed bereft of sun and water. What it could be, that is what the star stones will tell us. What it is but the end. What it could be is the end of ends.
You really like the
I
Ridley stuff,
reside
don't
in
you?
another realm altogether. But ever since the end of time appeared in these deep dark skies, I materialized here, as if forced to watch the one thing that is unwatchable, unendurable. A thankless task that you may yet free me from forever.
How can I redeem time if, as you say, I'm not even part of
I
it?
think that perhaps you can redeem time, because you create time.
Well, that's
Indeed, you have
big.
set in motion an event I no longer held possible. Know that no longer I did weave. I sat here, at the end of time, and watched on as the void frays the fabric of time like a terrified god that fears the offspring of his own creations. But suddenly there was you. You who stirred the life within the stones. These stones, children of stars, they place new ribbons along my fingers like phantoms out of time.
Again with the riddles.
New threads emerged, and I began to weave anew. Starstone gives me new strands to braid into the tapestry. And because you give Starstone energy, it seems that you are creating time.
That's a lot of power for two people.
These Starstones, please, seek them so that time may yet be mended. Please, for the sake of all that lives and all that loves, seek them so that the void may yet devour itself alone.
Let's get to it then. Can I open this chest yet? No.
I am the last chest, the last chest, the last chest! If you believe yourself worthy of rifling through my ample treasures, I do dare you to prove it! Find my four sisters, no more than one in each of the realms of your wide world, and each by each, you'll discover how to open me!
So there's something good in there, right?
Get your autograph.
It shall be my pleasure, Sir Im. I'll embroider it in the first volume of your all-encompassing...
Rift travel, blah blah blah. Oh, Sicil, yeah. So End of Time is here. That's the beach. Northgate. Northgate, I think. Because we need to go back and actually investigate this murder, don't we?
Source Hunters! I welcome you once again to the realm of Rivellon after your travels through the chasms of space.
How do you know that?
Nice to have found a shelter, wouldn't you agree? Where you can come to no harm. I know the imp historian has told you about his agent on Rivellon, and that
okay.
agent is I. So now that you know of the alliance between me and Sir Zigzax, let us turn to the business at hand. Starstone.
Actually, our business at hand is the murder of Councillor Jake.
So it is, and so it should continue to be. For I suspect his foul murder and the plight of dying time are somehow interconnected. Dark webs are being woven around these parts, and it is my firm belief starstones are the flies the sorcerer spiders are trying to catch. It can therefore hardly be a coincidence that Councillor Jake was a collector of the stones we seek.
So I do have some.
That means the task you have been given remains crucial. Find the assassin that did away with Jake, for you're bound to stumble upon Starstone along the way.
Yeah, that makes sense. How did you find out Jake was a Starstone collector?
While you were being lectured by our friend the historian and the Grande Dame of Time,
Grande Dame.
snuck into his house and had a look around.
But I stole all the Starstone fragments.
The advantage of being a cat, you know. You go where you please with impunity. And sometimes the lady of the house even rewards you with a slice of fresh herring.
Lovely.
That's where I saw them in a cabinet. Mere slivers, but specks of starstones nonetheless. They lay there, silent and innocent, though bloody murder may have been committed in their name.
So we need those then, don't we?
Did it sprout legs and
Why is
run
it so
away?
particularly nice for us to have found shelter somewhere?
Don't we all long for a sanctuary where our worldly troubles can be held at bay? A bed or a basket so snug it becomes, in a word, safety. But perhaps I speak only for myself, not for veterans such as yourselves that by necessity call any patch of ground they rest upon home.
Anywhere I can lay my hat.
Like any cat worth its salt, though, I deeply cherish a secret refuge unbeknownst to anyone. To be able to repose without a care is such a precious circumstance, save it all too seldomly.
I wonder, do you put absolute credence in the words of Zyzax? Time, void, the looming
Let
end.
me phrase it like Zigzags might.
Zigzags.
A
Zyzax,
universe
whatever.
without time is like a pen without ink. A pointless instrument stripped of the potential of creation. It is void. It is death. It is nothing.
It's not a bad analogy, actually.
I'll not pretend to have all the answers, or that I understand all that is happening here and out there among the stars, but I do know I'd rather err on the side of caution. If Zigzags worries, I worry. We are talking about a creature, after all, that has reclined among the divines as nonchalantly as you and I lays beside the hearths of home.
How did you become Zigzag's agent?
I met him first, a long time ago, out in the wastes of Youthal Gore. He wondered aloud what on earth a cat was doing out there in the scorching desert, then shared what little food and water he had with him. So I told him who I was and showed him my human form. He laughed and marveled and told me stories about his travels.
Sound riveting.
In the end, he even shared his great sorrow with me. The unspeakable thing you saw through his looking lens. I was awed and frightened, but swore to help him in any way I could. As of now, that includes helping the two of you.
We're gonna need it.
Oh, before you go, here, take this teleporter pyramid. A handy toy indeed that Zigzags asked me to give to you. You'll need the other one too if you want to make use of its powers, but alas, I seem to have misplaced it.
God.
Don't worry though. Use this one here and it'll take you straight to its twin.
Better
Now
do.
that this matter has been settled, hunters, I shall detain you no longer. But rest assured, I'll do my share of hunting too. So if you spot a white cat during your travels, do stop to say hello.
I wonder if we'll actually see the white cat. Teleport a pyramid, link to each other, come in pairs, open your inventory and use it. Okay. Fair enough. That looks pretty cool.
My gods! What is going on here? First I have to shoo away a creeping white tomcat, and now there's a perfect stranger in my bathroom. Get out, will you?
Do we intimidate, charm, or reason? Sorry, milady. I came by way of a magical pyramid, and I don't know where I end up, and I didn't know where I'd end up. Ah, this is a curious mix-up now. It'll be quite the story to tell tomorrow. I think we tried charm. We're on Scarlet. Why are we on Skull? We could buy a pillow. I don't see the point now. Let's try charm. We've got a rock, paper, scissors. She's charm 7. So she doesn't think it's charming that we just showed up in her bathroom. Fair enough. Stone. She's gonna win. Because I only get one. Oh god. Yeah, unwinnable.
Little mix-up indeed. I don't know what you and that horrible little imp are planning, but leave my bathroom out of it.
Wait, him?
Ah, how intolerable it is to think that all the knowledge of the world is being gathered by an imp. A creature that is no more than the result of a demon's bowel movement imbued with the breath of life.
Bit harsh, but interesting.
And yet I am a tad jealous of that jabbering little jester. To know all. It is a consummation devoutly to be wished.
There's no such thing as too much knowledge. To know everything is to take away all wonder. Yeah, I agree with that.
Life without mystery. Life without wonder. What is this pseudo-philosophical flower-child claptrap? The greater one's knowledge, the vaster its extent, the more monumental the questions become that loom on the ever-retreating horizon. Let us learn, Hunter, whether you like it or not, and through wisdom grow ever more mighty.
Out! Now, if you please! This room is private. If she soaks in flower stink much longer, deer will smell this lady from a field away. Don't just stand there. I'll save a leg of something good for when she begins to starve. Away with you!
Actually, why don't you join her? Not for any titillating reasons, but because you could do with a dab of floral perfume.
I don't actually know.
Quaintly odorous physique of yours.
The seven grant abundance! Out! Now, if you please!
I don't know how we
This
get out.
room is private.
It will be that way.